Good morning, everyone. So in the last tutorial, we have already using the polygon modeling and finished a basic human figures. So for this time, we are about to do the retypology and start to do the texture, not the texture, start to do the sculpting. So first things, let's choose the model. Then I want to apply all these modifier first. So let's choosing apply, and make this one become a true geometry. Next things, once you finish this operation, we can go to the sculpting mode. For the sculpting mode, there are two different ways for increase the detail. First one is remesh. If you're choosing these options, if you're choosing remesh, you will just directly increase the overall number of the faces. And if you choose in Dynatuple, then it will just focus and increase the number on the area you selected. So let's take a look. I will copy one more. So let's choose in this model, Shift D, copy for one more. For this one, let's use the Dynatuple. For that one, I will use remesh. So let's go to the sculpting mode, and for this one, let's choose in Dynatuple. And it will tell you all the things you did, like the UV map, it will be removed. But it doesn't matter. For now, we don't have the UV map. So let's just click OK. And you can use in the simple, probably the simple draw brush or maybe the smooth brush to do the following operation. Let's using smooth. Then press F key to enlarge the size of the brush. So as far as you can see, once you draw, only this area will be increased the number of the face. Or for the rest bar, let's still keep the same. Alright, I will try to using smooth. Or let's say flatten. Alright, so you can see that only the area that you are working on, it will be increased the number of the segment. For the rest part, it won't affect at all. That's the feature of the Dynatuple. And the other one is remesh. So if we choose this one and using remesh, and for this one, the voxel size, if you turn the voxel size smaller, then the face you will get more faces. If you turn this one bigger, then you will get less face. Probably it will remind you there is a modifier which named remesh. It's pretty much the same thing, just like the voxel size. So basically they are the same idea. For this time I will use remesh, and I will increase the number of the size of the voxel, probably into 0.2. Let's choose remesh. Up, too huge. Let's try to do that again. Remesh. Alright, I think this one looks okay, but probably we can make this one a little bit smaller. 0.05. Okay, just like this. So now we have the model, which is one intact solid model. So for the next part, we can start to do the refining. And for this one, we can just directly delete that. And for the model we already remesh, I will just simply using the brush to do the sculpting first. And if we do need more mesh, for example, like the face, probably the face will need more mesh, then I will using Dynatuples to do the retypologies. Okay, so now let's start to do the sculpting. I will move the reference image to the side so that we can take a look about that. So first things, let's deal with the chest. We don't have to make the model looks like the shape, the reference image that we have, but probably the overall shape is supposed to be the same. Like here, this part, that's the muscle of the pectorals modules. I mean this part, and it will be covered by the deltoid. So it will be a very important feature to show up. So let's go to the sculpting mode. And don't forget to turn on the symmetry brush. Here, you can go to this butterfly icon and choose in the direction that you wanna mirror. Alright, so probably we can use in grab to somehow grab and drag the model to the rough proportions. Make this part a little bit bigger. Also here. Flatten this area. And for this cone, I want to create this one, the lock bone, or let's call this a little hard to pronounce it, but anyway, that would be trapezius, and also the sternocleidomastoid. Oh, so hard to pronunciation. But anyway, you know what I mean. I'm talking about this area. So let's try to do that, okay? Let's flatten this part. And using the smooth tool to refine the shape. Using draw brush. And probably for this part, we need to use in Dynamesh. Because this is the new, let's say that this is the new detail. So we need probably we need a Dynatuple. All right. Press your Alt key, then you can make the drawing become inverted. Don't worry about the detail part. So let's just drag and draw the rough shape first. Alright, now let's deal with this area. So the chest, here, this one, the pectoral is supposed to be covered by the deltoid. So let's try to show this feature. Grab, just using grab key to morph the overall shape. And smooth tool again. Let's go to the back view to see the composition of the backside. Okay, so this one looks okay, but the shape is wrong. So we have to make this one become something like this. Okay, now let's go to draw. Right now we are using the engraving way to draw the crease here. Just using drag. And for this part, it's supposed to go inside. So let's using the draw tools again to show the muscle here. Alright, so now we have. It's using grab. Basically, the grab tool is very similar to the move tool inside 3D Code. So they have pretty much the same idea and same functions. It's using smooth tool to smooth the bone here. Side view. Again, it's using grab. Okay, just slowly change the shape here. Again, if you remember what's the things I mentioned to you before, just remember one important principle. The shape of the deltoid or elbow muscle supposed to look like a water drop. So here, let's try to move the shape. Alright, fairly enough. Let's keep moving forward. I want to smooth the biceps. It's using a smooth brush. Probably it's a little bit too strong. You can using the section here, this bar, to change the strength of your brush. So let's somehow make this one probably slighter. Okay, here I think we need some more mesh. So let's try to increase the number of the mesh here. And also here, I think we can try to using smooth tool to fill in the gap here. Okay, cool. Scale down the brush size. And let's draw the triceps. Okay. Not bad. It's using smooth tool. Some of the detail after we do the retypology probably it will disappear. But at least for now, I hope that we can try to keep all this muscle so that it will look as real as possible. And meanwhile, you guys can use this opportunity to understand the beauty of the human beings. Okay, so far so good. Let's deal with this part. So for the muscle here, it's supposed to connect to the backside of the head. Just using smooth tool to refine the detail. Okay, let's go to the side view. I want to quickly draw a rough shape of the human face. It's not the finished one, so you don't have to worry about that. Just using the grab tool. First thing for sure is about the nose and the place for putting the eyes. And let's drag the nose out. For the mouth, for now it doesn't matter that much, but let's just gradually make this one out. Okay, so now it's the mouth. Scale down the brush, the size of the brush. Hold on your Ctrl key and drag this one inside. Right now we are using the Dynatopo to increase the number of the mesh. Let's drag and increase the thickness of the lips. Here, make this one go inside. Okay, so now we have. Okay, let's go to the side view. It's a rough one, but right now you already can see that it's a human. Let's enlarge the size of the brush. Move this one come out. Okay, to put some places for putting the ear. The forehead is supposed to be a little bit flattened if you're working on the probably some Asian people. Alright, anyway, so now we have a rough shape. Right now we don't have the ear, but it doesn't matter, we can do that later. Okay, let's keep moving forward. The biceps and triceps, I think right now they are pretty much down, but this part looks pretty weird because it's supposed not be flattened, not like this. So let's try to we can use in block or let's use in flat to fill the gap here. And using smooth to refine the detail. And also here, I think we have to use in flat to fill in the gap here. Then using smooth tool to refine the detail. Okay, so now we have. Let's using the crease tool to increase the detail of the tricep and biceps. Alright, so now let's talk about the lower part of the arm. Right now, I think a little bit weird because it seems like our girl character is a little bit too strong. It looks like female. It looks like male. It doesn't matter. I didn't set any kind of gender there for this character, but in the end, we still have to define the gender of this character. Anyway, let's try to figure out this part first, okay? So first thing is let's use inflat to fill this gap here. Also here, that's this kind of gap. That's the things that happen when we are working on the low poly model. So now we have to fix that using smooth tool to smooth the border. And this is the elbow. I want to keep that, but probably a little bit smoother. For this part, let's just move them inside. Doesn't have to be like that. Backside. Let's go to the backside. Okay, right now, because we strengthen the muscle a little bit too much, so this guy looks super strong. But it's fine, at least for now, the muscle looks nice. Okay, let's try to smooth this area. Smooth this area first, then we can redraw the detail. Just using inflat. I want that this part can be big thicker. Okay, cool. Let's go to the side view, take a look. The elbow can be smaller. Alright, so how about the hand? For the hand, actually, I don't want to spend too much time on that right now, but yeah, let's try. It's using the inflat to increase the size of the joint here. Then let's using the smooth tool to refine the shape of the thumb. And also here is supposed to be stronger. So let's using the draw tool to increase the size. And for this part, let's try to smooth that. And also here, let's try to smooth that. The problem of this part is that because they are so close to each other, so right now the finger connected. But actually, because I'm going to make, let's say, probably armor for this character, so I don't need so many details about the finger. But still, I hope that it can be a precise model. Anyway, let's try. Okay, looks fairly okay, but the detail doesn't look good. Let's make this one shorter. For the front view, yeah, here we have to make them stronger. This part we can smooth that. Okay, so now let's increase the detail. For every finger, there's supposed to be a bone right here. So probably we cannot using sculpting tool to sculpt the detail of the finger, but at least we can show that. All right, let's take a look. Turn off the wireframe and turn on the shade smooth. Alright, so now we have not that good at all, but at least you can see that it's a human figures. So the next part is just about to keep refining that. So for now, since we already have a rough shape of the human body, the idea of about the detailed and refine, I would say, first things you can use increase tool or draw tool to find out the composition. For example, like this one, we have the abdomens. For this part, we have the bicep or tricep. And once we using this one to draw and mark there is a portion for that, then we can start using another tool to refine the shape. So that would be my idea to do the sculpting. So let's try to do that first. Let's enlarge this part. And let's using the draw tool or the crease tool to mark the position of the abdomen first. So it will be like this. Here. Let's increase the number of the strands. Alright, and here. That's the shape of the breast. So let's try to draw this one. And obviously right now the arm is a little bit too strong. So let's try to make this part a little bit smaller. Okay, and using crease tool to draw the detail. Alright, for the detail of the face, we can deal with that later. View. Grab tool. Flatten tools. Okay. Alright, so I think it is fine. Just using grab. Let's go deal with the back side. Alright, so now we can move to the leg and also the hip. Okay, let's deal with the back side. Alright, because for this part we didn't put too much attention on that. So for here, we need to probably somehow to create a detail on the sculpting mode. Or you can just go back to the poly model and add on the detail here. For this part, we have to inflate here. Just using grab. Go to the side view. This guy is too thin, so doesn't look right. Okay, so right now we have a very rough shape, but it doesn't look perfect. So in order to increase the detail, I want to redo the remesh. Let's turn on the wireframe mode, or you can go to the shading mode and turn on the wireframe. And I want to redo the remesh. Let's do the remesh again. Okay, so again, turn on the Dynatopo. Turn off the wireframe so that it won't affect our drawing. Go to side view. Okay, so the leg part looks okay for now. Let's go to the front view with increase tool to draw the shape of the knee. Alright, so now let's deal with this part. Okay, let's deal then with the rest. Crystal again. Show the details. Just using smooth tool to refine the edge here. And using a flatten or bob tools to make this one probably more like a water drop shape. Okay, better than before. Smooth the border between the deltoid and also the chest. Okay, now let's go back to the face. Okay. Alright, better than before. So I think probably for this basic human figure is around 50%. So we still need time to refine that, but I will stop right here. So you can find out that basically during the process I didn't say too many things, because there is no special command or let's say technique. It's just about keep refining that. But I would say here is my process. First thing is using the large big piece of the primitive to compose the basic human figure. Then using remesh and Dynatable to merge them together. Next part, I prefer to using crystal or draw tool to draw the rough shape of the model. So for example, like this chunk, and this muscle, I will draw them first. After that, we can start to using smooth tool or fill in tool to fill in the gap, fill in the detail, and refine the overall shape. No matter I'm using the Surgical or Blender, I think it's always the same. In the end, we will get a high quality, detailed human figure models. But again, this one is not the finished one because we cannot use this for making animation or games. So we still have to refine that. So in this case, if we don't want to use the plugin, then the only way we can do is using remesh tool or manually retypologies. That will be time consuming. So for this time, maybe I will just directly using the remesh, but it still can work, alright? Alright, anyway, I will stop right here. So for you guys, please try to finish and get the shape like this. And I will leave the progress, the following progress to the next tutorial. Probably I will finish this part better, make this one a little bit thinner. Alright, anyway, I will stop right here. So please try to finish your own human character model. See you next time.